The Rise of the Polymath, Reclaiming Our Full Human Potential. Hello, my name's Angela, and I've spent most of my life asking one question. What does it mean to become fully human, to reach our fullest potential? That question has taken me from the halls of power working for US presidents to the heartbreak of prison visiting rooms, from academic classrooms to spiritual retreats, from motherhood to solitude and back again. But that question also took me somewhere else, into the heart of a research project that became my doctoral dissertation. And what I discovered changed everything. We live in a world that tells us to pick a lane, pick one career, one identity, one field, one version of yourself. Be the lawyer, be the engineer, be the marketer, the mom, the executive, the activist, the teacher. But what if we're meant to be more than one thing? What if specializing too soon, too narrowly, too permanently is costing us something essential? I wanted to understand the people who said no to that cultural script, the ones who kept learning across domains, who didn't shrink themselves to fit a title. I called them polymaths, but you may know them as Renaissance people, cross-disciplinary thinkers, multi-passionate humans. I wanted to know, who are they today? What makes them thrive? And what can they teach us about human intelligence? So I spent years researching, interviewing, and analyzing. I conducted a phenomenological study to get at the essence of these modern day polymaths. And what I found was this: polymaths aren't just smart, they're expansive, brave, curious. They are people who pursue depth and breadth, not just because they can, but because they must. They are driven by something I call lifelong and life-wide learning. They don't just want to master one domain, they want to understand reality itself across systems, across contexts, across time. They are not jacks of all trades, masters of none. They are often masterful in many areas: art, science, leadership, spirituality, innovation. And most importantly, they aren't doing this just for themselves. Typically, they want to serve with what they know. You might be a polymath and not even know it. If you've ever been told you're too much, or that you have too many interests, or if you've struggled to fit your many passions into a tidy career box, you might be one of us. Polymathy is not just about ego, by the way, it's really about evolution. It's a way of being that reflects a deep hunger to grow, to connect ideas, to transcend silos, and to build a wiser world. And we need polymaths now more than ever, because we're at a tipping point. The tools we've built, especially artificial intelligence, are advancing faster than our institutions, our educational systems, even our moral frameworks. In my view, we're no longer Homo sapiens. We're becoming something else. Polysapiens, not just wise humans, but beings with many wisdoms. And we need a new kind of thinking to navigate this moment. Linear thinking cannot solve complex problems. Siloed expertise cannot repair broken systems. We need integrators. We need bridge builders. We need polymaths. What would happen if we built educational systems that nurtured polymathy? What if workplaces rewarded interdisciplinary collaboration instead of punishing people for coloring outside the lines? What if we measured success not by specialization, but by synthesis? And what if, instead of asking children, "What do you want to be?" we ask them, "What are you curious about? What lights you up? What problems do you want to help solve?" We would raise a generation not of job titles, but of world changers. Here's what I want to leave you with: you don't have to pick one lane. You are allowed to be a symphony. You are allowed to be many things across your lifespan, and sometimes all at once. The world needs polymaths, but even more than that, the world needs people who are awake, who are growing, who are curious, who are kind. Let's build a culture where becoming fully human doesn't mean becoming smaller. Let's reclaim our right to explore, to synthesize, and to create across boundaries. Let's make room for many wisdoms. Thank you.